The Invisible Anchor, a tale of absence and respect. In the quiet suburb of Willow Creek, Daniel Harper was the heartbeat of his family, though they rarely noticed. A 42-year-old electrician, Daniel worked long hours to keep the lights on, literally and figuratively. He paid the mortgage on their cozy 3-bedroom home, coached his son Ethan's soccer team, and spent weekends fixing the leaky sink or driving his daughter Lily to dance rehearsals. Every evening, he'd cook dinner, his famous lasagna, a family staple, and still find time to help his wife, Sarah, with her freelance bookkeeping by organizing her receipts. But to Sarah, Ethan, and Lily, Daniel was just there. Reliable as the sunrise, invisible as the air. Sarah, stressed from her deadlines, would snap, "Daniel, can you hurry up with dinner? I'm swamped." Ethan, 14, glued to his phone, barely grunted thanks when Daniel drove him to practice. Lily, 16, rolled her eyes when he asked about her day, muttering, "Dad, you don't get it." Daniel's efforts were expected, not celebrated. He was the anchor holding the family steady, but anchors are rarely admired until the ship starts drifting. One chilly autumn evening, Daniel overheard a conversation that broke him. As he set the table, he caught Sarah on the phone with her sister. "Daniel? Oh, he's just Daniel. Always working, always around. Nothing exciting." Later, Ethan and Lily laughed in the living room, joking, "Dad's like a robot work. Cook, repeat." The words stung deeper than Daniel expected. He realized his constant presence had made him ordinary in their eyes, his sacrifices unseen. That night, lying awake beside a sleeping Sarah, Daniel thought of the 16th law of power. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Daniel gets up and walks into the living room to contemplate more. Sarah doesn't even notice him leaving the bed. He'd read it in a worn copy of Greene's book, a gift from his late father. "Too much circulation makes the price go down," Greene wrote. Daniel had given everything, but his family's indifference proved he was too available, too predictable. He needed to step away, not out of spite, but to let them feel the weight of his absence. The next morning, Daniel made a decision. Over breakfast, he announced calmly, "I'm taking a work assignment out of town. I'll be gone a month. You'll manage, right?" Sarah looked surprised but shrugged. "Sure, we'll be fine." Ethan didn't look up from his phone. Lily mumbled, "Whatever." Daniel packed a bag, left a list of chores and bills, and drove to his brother's cabin 2 hours away, where he'd arranged to work remotely on a contract job. He didn't vanish completely. He texted to check in, but he stayed distant, leaving the family to fend for themselves. The first week was chaos. Sarah, overwhelmed without Daniel's help, missed a client deadline when the Wi-Fi crashed, and no one knew how to reset the router. Ethan had no direction at soccer practice without Daniel's coaching, his team losing their first game. Lily burned a frozen pizza, realizing she didn't know how to work the oven settings. The house grew messy, dishes piled up, laundry overflowed. Bills went unpaid because Sarah forgot where Daniel kept the account logins. The family bickered, each blaming the other for the mounting disorder. By week 2, they missed more than Daniel's tasks. They missed him. Sarah found herself staring at his empty chair during dinner, longing for his warm laughter. Ethan, struggling with a math test, wished for Daniel's patient explanations. Lily, who'd once scoffed at his dad jokes, teared up, finding a note he'd left in her dance bag. "You're my star. Keep shining." The absence of Daniel's steady presence left a void no one could fill. They began to see how his quiet sacrifices, his early mornings, late nights, and unwavering support had held their world together. One evening, Sarah called a family meeting. "We've been unfair to your dad," she admitted, her voice shaky. "He does so much, and we never noticed. We need to show him we care." Ethan and Lily nodded, guilt settling in. They spent the next week proving it. Sarah organized the house and paid the overdue bills, learning Daniel's systems. Ethan took over cooking, attempting a lumpy lasagna. Lily cleaned the garage, finding Daniel's old soccer medals, awards from the military, and letters of appreciation, and realizing how much he'd given up for them. They recorded a video message, each sharing what they missed. Sarah's gratitude for his partnership, Ethan's admiration for his coaching, Lily's love for his encouragement. When Daniel returned, he found a transformed family. The house was tidy, the table set with Ethan's uneven lasagna. Sarah hugged him tightly, whispering, "I'm sorry, I didn't see how much you do." Ethan high-fived him, saying, "Coach, we need you back." Lily handed him a handmade card. "Best dad ever." Over dinner, they listened to his stories from the cabin, laughing and connecting in a way they hadn't in years. Daniel didn't gloat, didn't need to. His absence had spoken louder than words. From then on, the Harpers never took Daniel for granted. He didn't stop working hard, but he was strategic, occasionally stepping back to let them appreciate him. A weekend fishing trip here, a solo evening walk there, small absences kept his value high. The family's respect deepened, not just for what he did, but for who he was, their anchor, now shining in their eyes. As Daniel tucked Lily in one night, she smiled. "Dad, Don't disappear again, okay? He chuckled. Don't worry, kiddo. I'm here just enough to keep you missing me.